It's like someone walked up to me. And I was in my mind, because I can't talk, I'm willing them, turn me over, come on, turn me over, whoever you are, do something, help me. And this, whoever it was an evil person, an evil being. I don't think it was a human. And it said to me, it laughed, it said, I've got you now. I've got you now. It was one of the most evil voices I've heard in my life. I didn't believe in God or the devil, but I thought, that's the flipping devil. He's going to drag me down to hell, where I know I deserve to go. Father, I go to hell. And that's when my friends, my mate's voice came back into my mind, or his words, in your darkest hour, call on the name of the Lord. So I don't know, guys, how do you call on the name of the Lord? I never prayed in my life. I can't even talk, so I thought, cut a kiss like this. I can't do that, I can't open my mouth. So all I can do is think. So I just put a thought, Jesus, help me. 3 words, Jesus, help me. And as soon as I put that thought up, immediately I felt peace come over me. And it went into my puku. And it stopped me going, it stopped me vomiting, stopped me chundering. So because it stopped me chundering, my nostril was out of the chunder. I could still go like a little periscope. I had one nostril, I was able to breathe through. And then all the paralysis on my arm and on my side of my body just came off. And I was completely free. I was able to sit up. I had hair down to there back then. And I remember sitting up and all the chunder was in my hair. I remember scraping all the carrots and all the kai from the night before. I stunk, man. And I was thinking, I won't get a taxi back to my flat smelling like this. But I'm alive because I called on this Lord, this Jesus that my mate talked about. And so that's how I met Jesus, Father. I didn't meet him in church. I didn't hear a preacher. I just met him and I was nearly dying. I met the devil. So that's how I met God. And over the years, over the months, I began to, it was a process before I really began to follow Jesus. It's like in the gang terminology, he wasn't my prez. He was just a friend. And I used to say to him, and I was still getting stoned and drunk, still doing porn and parties, I'd say to him, just don't let me die this month. Don't let me overdose. Watch over me, because next month I will give my life to you. I know I need to follow your ways, but I'll do it next month. And I said that, made that deal with God. You know, every month when I'm stoned out of my trip, the Holy Spirit will come to me, and he says, what you doing here? You know you're not happy. You know this is all rubbish. You need a bottle to make you happy. You need a joint, you need drugs. I gave you happiness and joy and peace. And for free. And I love you. These fellas don't. They're only using you. Oh, I said, yeah, just don't let me die this month. I'll do it next month. And I did this for 2 years. Met my wife, got married. On our honeymoon night, I demanded divorce. I tell you, I was poured on me. It was a honeymoon from hell. So we got married after 10 months. She said, I said, I'm out of here. She said, good riddance, stuff off. But I loved her. I've already been hurt. See, the woman that hurt me, that betrayed me, I never trusted a woman after that. And so with my wife, I always transferred onto her the suspicion and the jealousy that I had on my other relationship. And she was not like that. She was a loyal girl, and it still is. And I would say to her, when you go to get the groceries, you have half an hour, or an hour, to drive in and get the groceries, come back. Because if she came back 5 minutes late, I would think she's having it off with somebody. I say, who you been with? She's nobody. And I was transferring the pain of a former relationship onto my present relationship. If we're driving down the road, down the street, and she's just looking out the window as we drive down the street, and I see some guys walking up. So what are you looking at them for? I saw you looking at him. She said, who? I said, that fella you were looking, don't tell me you weren't looking at him. You want to have it off with him, don't you? And I was crazy. So my marriage didn't last because I was carrying. If any of you fellas, here's a stone. Who's got slip-on shoes without laces? Anyone here? slip-on shoes? No laces? Have you broke? What could I use you to do with that illustration, bro? Could you put the stone in your shoe? Come on up here. Do you mind doing something unusual? Take your shoe off. You put that stone in your shoe and then put it back on. Take your shoe off, put the stone in. Yeah, that's all. And just go for a walk down there and back. How's that feel? Not good, eh? Would you walk right down to the road? Okay. Haere mai, come back. How's that feeling? Imagine if you had to walk down to I'll keep it. If you had to walk down to what's the next suburb over here?
Benmure.
You had to go there with that stone. Would it hurt? What if you come to Gizzy, walked all the way to Gizzy with the stone in your shoe? Hey, no good, eh? And I walked with the stone in my shoe, figuratively, not physically. And the stone in my shoe was this woman who betrayed me. And I carried the heart, the hurt, the mamai in me. And every day I remembered what she did. And when I remembered what she did, it'd make a good day a bad day. Because every time I remembered, I felt the pain. And so even with my wife, 13 years later, I'm still carrying a depression because of what happened all these years ago. And it was like walking with a stone in the shoe, man. I think you can take the stone out, my brother. Oh, you can keep the stone? Yeah, keep the stone. Use it as a message for someone.